Jarrad, it's great to see you. Congratulations. You just signed a new 5-year contract with Everton. Tell us what that means to you.
Thank you. Over the moon. I think, it's since the end of the season, it's been something we've been talking about with the club, and to get it over the line and to sign, it's something I'm really excited about. Obviously the new stadium as well, which was a big impact in the decision, and the new owners, the manager. So yeah, I'm over the moon with it.
You've had 2 excellent seasons from a personal perspective for the past 2 campaigns. Obviously, no secret there's interest in you from elsewhere. So what were your key reasons behind signing your contract here?
Yeah, I think, it's the last 2 seasons have had a massive impact. I've played, so many games over the 2 seasons, and for me as a player, it's about playing as many games as I can. And with the club, I feel loved by the fans and the players, the group we've got. It's a good group. And obviously with the new ownership and the new manager coming in, it's an exciting project, and it's something that I want to be part of.
You obviously signed as a teenager. You've established yourself as a key player now after a couple of seasons here. You've built up a fantastic relationship with the fans in that time and an affinity with them. You mentioned them there. What does it mean to you to sort of represent them and the club?
Yeah, it's massive. I think, over the past few years, I've seen the impact that the fans have on us as a team and how much it means to them. And I think, with the exciting project we're coming up with the new stadium and stuff, for them to get over here and for the first game at home, I think it's something we'll be looking forward to with that as well, and to get them on our side again and push for a good season.
There's obviously been a lot of excitement about you signing a new deal here. Are you aware of the news of how much it'll mean to them to sort of get your signature and hopefully start building a positive future?
Yeah, I think I've seen little bits. For me, I think, like I said, the last 2 years have been massive for me on a personal note. The trust the club's put in me, and how much games I've played over the past 2 seasons. It's made it quite an easy decision for me to stay and to keep progressing as a player. And I think it's the perfect platform to me to do that. It's a big stage. We're playing at a new stadium, new managers coming in. So it's an exciting project, like I keep saying. Yeah. You
touched on it there. Obviously, it does really feel like a new chapter in the club, doesn't it? New ownership, new stadium, manager starting his first season back here. Do you see this as an exciting future ahead? Yeah, definitely.
I think I've been here maybe 5-6 years now, and I've seen the change the club's had over the past half a year. And it's, like I said, it's very exciting for us as a team, as players, to have that going on in the background, and obviously to start the new season here at the new stadium. It's a big thing for us, and we can't wait to get going.
In terms of ambition, the manager's spoken about being ambitious going forward, the ownership group as well. How important a factor was that in your decision to sign a new deal here?
Yeah, definitely. It was a huge thing. I think, the way the manager wants us to go as a team and what he wants us to do for next season and where he wants us to challenge for, it's had a massive impact on the decision. And I think you've seen towards the end of last season as a team what we can do. So hopefully we can take that into the new stadium and have a positive season.
And despite all your experience, you've only turned 23 last week, which is obviously still very young for a top-level defender. Do you feel like there's still even more to come from you?
Yeah, definitely. I think the more games I play, I think over the last 2 seasons I've learned so much from when I first started to now, and you're always going to improve, you're always going to make mistakes, and it's about how you react and learn from them, which I have done over the past 2 seasons, and I'm just focusing on keeping improving as a player and seeing where that takes me.
I'm looking forward now on a personal and a collective level. What sort of ambitions have you set for yourself?
I think, it's to stay consistent, playing at a high level for Everton. And, as a club, it's to win as many games as we can next season and have a positive season. And also, for me, I've got one eye on the World Cup coming up, which is, I think for me, it's a big aim to be in that squad. And that's something I'll be pushing for, throughout the season, to give myself the best possible chance to be in that team.
How much of a platform can this season give you, do you think? Sort of fighting for a place in that World Cup squad. Obviously, you mentioned it's an exciting time for the club. Are you feeling settled and established too?
Yeah, definitely. I think, the only person that can get you in that team is yourself, and it's about how you perform. Obviously, your teammates and how the results are on the pitch will affect that, but it's about me and how I can give myself the best possible platform to have the best possible chance to be in that team, and that's something I've got one eye on, which will only help me, but it'll help the club as well.
And tell us about your relationship with the manager, David Moyes. He's obviously spoken very well about you since he returned to the club in January. Part of his defence since he came in as well. What sort of conversations have you had with him since his time here?
Yeah, since he came in, he's been really good. Not only for me, but for the group. You've seen the change in results since he's came in. And you know, he drives the demands every day to be better, and I think as a group that's what we need. And going into next season, we need to keep doing that and pick up as many wins as we can and see where that takes us.
It's been well documented about our solid defence over the past 2 years. You've obviously been a big part of that alongside Tarky and obviously Jordan and goal behind you as well. How important have those two been for you in terms of your transition to regular Premier League football, do you think?
Yeah, definitely they've been. You know, I think, you know, Jordan played for England so many times, his experience behind, and then obviously Tarky's played so many games in the Premier League. It's when you're a young player coming in, it's good to have them types of players around you. You know, they've helped me over the past 2 seasons, and I think, you know, as a group we work well together, so hopefully that can continue. With
obviously those 2 seasons of experience in the bank now, do you feel like a bit more of an experienced player, not so much of a young player anymore?
Yeah, definitely. I feel, you know, I've got the experience that I need now. I think I've played over like 75 games, something. So, you know, I think I see myself as I think something I can improve on is maybe be more of a leader in the team as well. You know, bring that into my game, and that'll only help me but the team. So yeah, hopefully I can continue doing that.
And you've been at Finch Farm over the summer, rehabbing from an injury you picked up in our final home game of last season. Can you tell us about how that's going? Yeah,
it's all good. Yeah, it's all healed, so I'll be ready for the start of pre-season to get going. Yeah.
How much looking forward to pre-season now? Obviously, we've got the big trip to America coming up as well. A chance to prepare for the Premier League season against some top opposition, but also a chance to meet the fans out there as well.
Yeah, definitely, it's going to be good. I think, you know, the America trip's something to look forward to as a group. You know, it'll help us get closer as a group, bond together, and then be ready for the new season. So it's something I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
And just finally, for the Evertonians watching, what would your message be to them after signing this new deal?
Thanks for all the support over the past few seasons, and can't wait to see you at the new ground.
Thanks for your time. Thank you. Top man.